Hello everyone, and welcome back to Abundant Automation. It's been a while since we last hopped into the save, and patch 0.13 has rolled around, brought us quite a bunch of new things. You can already see it from the UI over here. A lot of new buttons to push, the most exciting of which I mean to say, is of course this one. Makes a whole add-on to, in fact, entirely unnecessary. We also now have a nice interface that shows us just how many bonuses we have in all of the different categories. We have achievements, of which I've already been spammed whilst converting this save. Now the bad news is that 0.13 broke almost all of the mods. And the mod portal that they added with 0.13 isn't yet operational, so we're going to have to do without most of them. I did manage to get an updated version of RSO, so if we end up exploring more of the map, we can do that, although I don't think we'll do much of that today. I think most of the time in this session will be mainly just, well, getting the factory up and running with 0.13, because, as I said, a lot has changed. We also have a brand new, well, not brand new, but much improved system for circuit conditions. The circuit network in general has been reworked. You can now connect, well, you can connect a lot more stuff to it, and you can also have a lot more freedom with the logical conditions. And the third main thing is, of course, new inserter types. We now have stack inserters, which should help us quite a bit with this mess up here. I think this will also be one of the first things I do end up changing. Another thing, the text screen has been reworked. We now have an actual tree here on the right side, and we can go through that. Oh, and we do have landfill. That was one thing that made me giggle an unproportionate amount whilst reading the patch notes, because it means that we can now, with a clear conscience, do something about these puddles over here that are blocking our path to glory. Yeah, so let's get right onto that. I don't think I want to start with landfill. I think inserter capacity bonus is the name of the game, so that we can end up filling these belts at the unloading stations as fast as possible. So yeah, I think the first thing will be going through all of the trains, which are quite a lot at this point, and making sure that they actually do work. I did also change the graphics for the trains, which is a nice touch. And from what it looks like, the alignment is now a bit off. I didn't check on that, but I seem to recall that they said somewhere that 6 tiles is now the maximum. We should be able to check that, yeah. So you also have this nice indicator of where the wagons will come to a rest now, whilst building near the stations, which is always a good thing. Means you don't have to manually drive up a train in order to find that out. And we have a new interface for setting up train routes. We can also have new and improved weight conditions, which is just another add-on built into the base game. We can now essentially have any combination, logical combination, so with logical ands and ors of any of these conditions. So we can essentially say something like, alright, you will want to leave here if you're empty, or if something like a minute has passed, or anything like that. So now let's get on with it. So the first thing here is, I think we want to give this a little nudge, because oh, would you look at that? Oh, I have to look at this outside the station. So they did go with the stretching and contracting wagons. Because of course, as you might or might not know, the diametric projection in Factorio makes it kind of impossible, at least from a mathematical point of view, to have train wagons be the same size when facing north-south than they were east-west, but yeah, it always was a big source of confusion that train stations were longer or needed to be longer east-west, so they made it that they now too work north-south. Let's have a quick look at how that looks. So now that's the length here, and when I'm driving they just ever so slightly stretch. You almost can't notice it, but it certainly is there. Alright, so I'm pressing all the wrong buttons here. Yeah, I'm just going to leave this here for a minute because none of the trains will actually go by, since all of them were set for, well, wait indefinitely when we set this up with the add-on, and wait indefinitely meant wait a long time. So we're just going to remove this condition. We're going to say add iron unload. We can also change... Yeah, that's essentially also the teleporting ability of... what's it? I can't even remember the name of the mod. It's been so long. Alright, so we want a new condition, and we want you to leave iron unload when your inventory is empty. And we want you to leave... Oh, Jesus. That's of course one of the oil trains, which do still work, because they were on a 30-second timer anyway. Alright, so we want you to empty your what? Oh. Would you look at that? What did I do? Yeah, I double-clicked on the station and it opened a new station interface. Oh, that's really neat. I'm liking this. Alright, so and at iron 4 we want you to wait until you're full. And that should be it. Now you can go on. I think you're better off going to... Yeah, iron 4. Because otherwise it would have just gone all the way and then made a loop without stopping. And I think, if I'm correct, yeah, we can now see this train moving in real time in this menu. Oh, this is great. This is just fantastic. I like this. Makes me want to play OpenTTD sometime. Have even more train-related stuff. And we can even zoom in and out in here. Alright, of course, most of the... this is curious. Those are no longer smart chests at the outpost. Oh well, we'll need to rework most of those anyway. I don't think I'll bother with reworking the outposts that are already in place, because, well, they're gonna be mined out at some point anyway. And I think for the time being we'll just deal with uneven loading to the best of our abilities. Alright, so that's locomotive number 1. Now we also did lose, what's it called? Larger light, sunlight, or the light mod at any rate. So probably want to sprinkle a few more actual lamps here and there. So let's do that real quick. Oh, and expanded tools is gone as well, which means no more atomic disassemblers. Stuck with steel axes again. Oh, that's fine. We have robots by the time. We did manage to get robots in the meantime, so I'm not deconstructing much by hand anyway. One thing that is a little sad is that we no longer have auto trash. But we'll see. So one thing after the other. There's a lot to explore, but I think the first thing I want to do is get the train system up and going again, so that we can have some more automated transport here. Alright, this doesn't look quite alright. Let's have a look. So, where are we? There we are. Now this. Let's see. If we, oops. Set this to manual real quick. Yeah, there it snaps again. Then we can set this back to automatic. And there's really not much else to do. This works out of the box. Same should be true with this. Drive it all the way up. Oh, that's nice. So you can now change the color of your locomotives. That's... Ooh. Yeah, let's have just white passenger locomotives. I don't think I'll make much use of this except for cosmetic purposes. You could color code the cargo of the train, but well, maybe not. So this whole thing is just not working. So I think we'll have to examine this separately, but we don't need it just yet. So let's continue with the actual resource trains. So we'll just do more of the same, really. You hang on for a minute. So you're a coal train, which means you need to go to coal unload, you need to unload, and then you need to reload at coal 1. Please go. Oh, and it automatically starts the train if you say go to station. You only have to do 2 clicks. I'm liking it. So apart from the difficulties with the what's it called, the mod portal, this release seems to be quite a solid one, and also one without many bugs. Alright, this is the concrete train, we don't need to do anything there. I could have also easily discerned this just from looking at this list, I now realize. So let's start doing that more. Alright, let's stop you. Same thing here, you'll unload at copper unload and you reload at copper 1, and then you go to copper unload. Thank you, you're copper 2. And we'll just do a bit of this until we have all of our trains ready. Unloading here, reloading there, and off you go. And that's copper 3. I wonder... Yeah, you can't quite access the... Well, you can look at it here, but you can't see how many items exactly are in the train. But that's fine. I suppose we can live with that. Alright, let's continue on. That's the disposal train. That's... Who are you? Ah, that's the file, of course. That... Yeah, the file would have been broken anyway. I think I'll just delete the locomotives for it. And I would guess that just leaves the wagon sitting here. And then we'll deal with that once file has been updated. Alright, you're iron 1. Same thing with you. You need to go to iron unload to unload and to iron 1 to load. And off you go. Let's have a look. If we just had set this to manual. So it seems to be full, but it isn't starting. And we need to give it a little shove. Right, that iron train, empty at unload, fill at iron 2. Did I not set up an iron train before? Or did we have 4? I forget. Right, empty that one. Fill out that one. Yeah, some of them must just sit at stations right now, looking like this, because they changed the length of the locomotives. I really like this one. You could use this as a plow. Or maybe extinguish a fire on the locomotive. Kind of Mad Max style. Right. Iron 4, you are not doing what I want. Oh yes, you are. You did just go around. Alright, all trains were working as is. Outpost builder, nothing to look at right now. And then the last thing is the stone train. So at stone unload, you do this. At stone 1, you do that. I wonder if you don't have any condition, if it just waits there forever, that would be nice, I guess. Alright, but this works too. I also would like a shortcut for the trains menu. Alright, and these ones don't go anywhere. Also, I wonder... Yeah, I think these are sorted by what exactly? Well, you can't tell because all of the stations in one particular schedule all begin with the same letter. But I would suppose it's alphabetically by the first station in the list. And that's also nice because that means, oh, we can even... This is just me with Factorio Christmas right now. It's all the cool features belong to us. All right, so that's trains, at least the important ones. What else? Yeah, I think I should probably get to work on... Yeah, what's the problem here? I'm not doing blue science, but I need blue science for the new inserter bonus. Well, apparently we're lacking these filter inserters. And it's because of a lack of green circuits. Now why is that? Now we're producing quite a lot. Now, you know what, let's just take all of this and upgrade it to yellow assemblers. The upgrade planner did also not work. Well, to be fair, I didn't check, but I do suppose that it isn't one of the mods that has already been updated. And if it is, well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. We don't desperately need it anyway. Right. So I think I'll just manually... Yeah, let's just manually upgrade all of this all the way back. We did do red belts back here. Well, let's go all the way up to blue. And we will need to upgrade, or, well, just increase the capacity of all this once we want to get into really high capacity module production. Man, I almost forgot how hard it is to talk whilst focusing on building something in this game, even if it is just as trivial as upgrading belts here. But I guess that's alright. Alright, now that's... What now? No fastens... Oh, I seem to have broken it. How did I manage to break it? Oh no, we don't have any iron down here. Because iron's normally coming in from that side. And then that's apparently just a matter of